as the name explains it, some people will see that and think it's a little bit morbid that we're all going to die one day. But it's the guaranteed truth, and it's the only thing you are guaranteed when you are born. You are not guaranteed abundance, friendships, love, family, relationships, material objects when you are born. The only thing you are guaranteed is that one day you are going to die. And the thing is that we're not aware of when that's going to happen. And I think that's also for a reason, because if we knew exactly when we were going to die, we would be probably thinking more about that than what we are doing in the present moment. But the fact that as society, we are fearing death, we're not making a common choice to speak about or to know about or be told about, or even just open that awareness that death is a reality and that we are going to die one day. It's like everybody is living fearing that death. I don't want to die. I don't want to think about that. I don't want that to be a thing. That's morbid. That's dark. Why are we talking about that? And then it reaches the levels where something happens. You know, we see a traumatic event, whether it's a family member that passes away, whether there's an serious illness that catches up on us. And we can see in those moments how quick death can come to us. How we're not guaranteed that we're going to live until we're 90, 100, 80, all those years in the future. We're not guaranteed that. And when these moments come, it's like there's this veil that's lifted that makes us question, have we lived life doing the things we wanted to do, you know, or have we appreciated the relationship with that person? Because we live life fearing death and thinking that with that, what we're doing is living. But in reality, what's happening is you're not living. You're not living if you're fearing death. What you're actually doing is fearing life. So you're trying to live life by taking this whole idea away that you can die one day. And in doing so, you're not actually living your present moment. You're not living your life. And then it reaches these moments of a serious illness or a family member passing away, where you question whether you treated them the way you did, knowing that that was their last days, whether you lived your life fully, knowing that you have now this timeline event of when you're going to die. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be on a bed meeting my death and thinking, have I done all the things that I want to do? Have I treated the people around me that I love the way I want them to know that I love them? I live my life in a certain way that guarantees that I am living my life every single day. But for that, I had to come over my fear of death. I had to come to terms with the fact that we die. I had to see it after a traumatic event where I did feel like I feared death for a period of time after this traumatic event, where I would try my best to to not get sick and to have those around me healthy so that it wasn't a possibility that they would die. Until I came to realize that that's actually out of my hands. That's not in my control. It's not in my control. I mean, we can make choices that are better for our health, and not as dangerous, like, I don't know, purposely making choices that will lead to, to that happening. So we can make choices that better our health and take care of ourselves and make those decisions for ourselves. But what I mean is that you cannot control from thereof when or how it's going to happen. But what you can see when you come to terms with that acceptance, is that by bringing death into equation, you live your life. You're not trying to forget about this whole thing and just live as if what I see is so many people living as if they have like an endless amount of time. So they're in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and they're still not doing what they desire to be doing. They're not creating those abundant relationships with people that are lighting them up and they're showing all that love to people. They have this like idea of, when this happens, I will do that. When XYZ happens, I will do this, you know, whether it's create a business or whatever it could be that they are putting off. And I see this happen over and over again. When so-and-so happens, when I'm feeling this way, when I have this amount of money, I'm going to be doing this. And it just makes me think, you know, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? You don't know if in 5 years' time, you're going to have that time frame to do that you desire. Whereas if you bring that forward to the now, then you start realizing, hold on a minute, This is something I truly desire. And I don't know if I have that 5-year timeline. What steps, what actions can I take today that are going to lead me to be able to do this that I desire? You really want to travel, but you keep thinking, yeah, well, when the kids are older, I'm going to travel. For instance, if you're a mom of young kids, when your kids are older, you don't know what your health is going to be like. You don't know what your circumstances are going to be. Are you able to open that window up now? If you start living your life that way, I can guarantee you that your life is going to be amazing, fulfilled, joyful, present living, because you're not going to want to let things just linger out in the hope that one day it'll be fixed, one day that will happen, one day I will do that. And you're going to start living your life now, having the courage to live your life, because you don't know what can happen. You don't know what life you're going to have. You don't know when will be your last moment or your first moment. Your relationships will change. My relationships have grown so much since I've started to live by this concept, because I appreciate the people around me. I appreciate them. I'm grateful for them in my life. I love them from my soul love. It's not an ego love that's dependent on something external or something that they do or something that they say in order to love them. No, it's a deep love. And I love them deeply. And I can feel that every moment I'm with them, every moment I'm not with them, the people around me, I love. And I know that today, this moment that I have with them is precious, because I don't know if I have tomorrow with them. I had already had yesterday with them, let's just say, this moment together. That's what's precious, because I don't know what's to come. And I'm grateful for that moment. This moment here, recording this podcast, I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful to be able to be doing this, because we never know what's going to happen. And I know that this can reach people where they need to hear this message and they need to start waking up to the possibilities and see their life as valuable and be grateful for each day that you get to live, the beauty in life. But by doing that, we have to be aware that it's not unlimited, that it is not unlimited, that it's not guaranteed that you have a whole lifetime to be able to be doing the things. You just have to live the present day and be grateful for that day. And set up the action steps like that. You want to travel, for instance, because this is an example that came up already. So say you want to travel, and that's a goal of yours, but it's not going to be tomorrow or today. So that present moment awareness of what you're doing isn't in that goal. But what step can you take today towards that goal? Is there passports, forms that need to be filled out? Is there a savings pot that needs to be set up for a holiday? Is there anything that you can start setting up today, or can you take some actions today? And if not, what action needs to be taken place and when, and schedule it in for that future day or for that date. Start looking at destinations you want to travel to, where you want to travel to. Start bringing that into your present. And that's how your future goal can be made and realized and taken action and work towards. So I would say the first thing is to come to terms with that we are guaranteed that one day we are going to die. And to stop thinking about it as something morbid, and actually to realize that that's an awakening to how we want to live our life. Then start asking yourself, how do I want to live my life? Do I want to live my life the way I'm living it now? If tomorrow I was not guaranteed to have tomorrow, would I have still made the exact same decisions I made today? Would I have lived the same way I live today? Would I have surrounded myself with the same people that I surround myself with today? Would I have gone to the job that I went to today? Would I have spoken to the ones that I love the way I spoke to them? Would I have said goodbye the way I said goodbye? What way would you have acted if you weren't guaranteed tomorrow with your present day? And if there are changes, if you see and you're like, actually, I don't think I would have treated my partner that way. I don't think I would be happy with the way I spent my day with my kids. I wasn't really present. I wasn't really playful with them. And if I wasn't guaranteed tomorrow and that was going to be our last memory, that's not the way I want it to be. I wouldn't be happy going to the job that I'm going to because I'm unhappy in that job. I wouldn't be happy. And you start to realize the different areas in your life that you're just numbingly agreeing to and doing in this idea that you have forever, that you have this unlimited time and it doesn't matter what you're doing with your day. I'll just continue to do this robotic day to day, go to sleep, wake up, same routine, same this, then go to sleep again and repeat it all, even though I'm unhappy with it. And you'll start to wake up to the idea that actually, where can I make changes? This is my choice. This is my life. And I am not guaranteed tomorrow. So what changes would I make? Knowing that, feeling that I'm unhappy in certain areas when I think of that idea. So what changes can you make? And start implementing those changes. Write them down, set actions, put it into a schedule, see what can be done today, and then see what you can action out for other days to come.